And I'm back. And a little late. And I apologize. Anywho, back to the mess. So the ladies are just coming from Rome, and we get a little montage, just what they're doing. Then we're finally at our first scene, which is Denise going over to Garcelle's house. So they're having drinks and they toast to surviving Rome. And I can get that because, Denise was like constantly ambushed at the table. And Garcelle was around a bunch of white bitches she didn't really care for. Denise is very appreciative of Garcelle having her backdrop the entire time. She also says that she told her husband Aaron about what happened, and she says that he's just upset that they're still attacking her. I'm guessing he doesn't really mind the rumor or he doesn't believe it. So Denise is still sticking to the story that Brandy is lying. Like everything she's saying is lying. And she also says to Garcelle, I just really don't like Teddy. And I can't blame her because, who does? If you're in the comments, hands for anyone who likes Teddy. Garcelle tells Denise that her relationship with Rinna just feels different. And I gotta say, on this season, I wouldn't have thought Garcelle versus Rinna would be the person that she's against. I was more expecting Garcelle and Kyle. And Denise basically says, I don't know how I can trust Rinna again. So the next scene we have Kyle and Dorit planning Teddy's baby shower. And it looks like we're just going straight to the shower. Now, it is weird that Dorit is holding a baby shower along with Kyle for Teddy. Because, if you've watched Beverly Hills, you know that they've been at it together. So Dorit just redecorated this room for Boca de Bop Bop or Boca de Bop. I don't know what it is, but she basically rearranged the room in this Italian restaurant. And she wanted to unveil this room for Teddy's shower. She could be doing it out of the goodness of her heart, but there is a little bit of incentive in that. What's wrong with that? Now, I'm looking at the before and after, and I gotta say, Dorit really did the damn thing. She might have some talent with this. It went from, old and gimmicky and casual to kind of chic. I'll give it to her. It looks nice. Also, if you hear these trucks in the background, I apologize. My apartment is facing the street. So Kyle tells Dorit that she hasn't heard from Denise since Rome, and I really don't find that surprising at all. And she was just wondering, is Denise coming? And Dorit is like, well, to my knowledge, she's coming. So we find out that Kim and Brandy are going to this shower. And I'm just wondering, were they planning on giving Denise a heads up if she was going? And Dorit is saying, well, they're coming, but, everyone's adults. But I'm just thinking, do they really think nothing of Brandy coming and Denise going to be in the same room? Y'all know what's going to happen. So, I don't know. Using Teddy's baby shower as, a hub for them to fight, I don't know if that's a good idea. Kyle is super confident that Denise isn't coming. She can probably bet all of her Birkin bags on the chance that Denise isn't going. That she's that confident. So next scene, we have Lisa Rinna and her privileged ass, annoying ass daughter. Now, I'm guessing that this happened earlier in the day, and I don't know, because they went straight from the baby shower. Whatever. We're at this scene right now. So Rinna's privileged daughter is talking about her struggles and her problems, and she was assigned antidepressants. Poor her, the violins. And Lisa takes the time out to tell her, well, Garcelle, she said that, my dancing may have affected you. And she tells her mom, well, Garcelle, in the politest way can fuck off, I would tell her. Now, I dare her to tell that to Garcelle. I wonder what Garcelle thought of that scene, honestly. And she assures her mom that she's not hurting her by posting this, but I don't know, was it a valid question? Maybe. It wouldn't be a question I would ask, especially involving someone's child, and you know how people can misconstrue it. But I honestly do think that there was no malice intended on Garcelle's end. I just thought it was a weird question. It's just a question that I wouldn't ask, personally. So we get back to Teddy's shower. She's not there yet, but more ladies are arriving. We see Kim is there. Rinna just shows up in this really nice, looks like Versace number. So it seems like Kim and Rinna are cool again. Who would have thought? So we see Garcelle arriving to the baby shower, which I'm kind of surprised because I didn't see her in the previews for this episode. But yeah, I'm glad. And as soon as she arrived, Dorit gets a FaceTime from Denise saying that she can't come. I mean, who's surprised? But she says she's sick and, you know, she wishes Teddy the best and she's sorry she can't be there. Now, we all know she's lying. I'm pretty sure she is. She didn't want to go. She even said in her confessional that she didn't want to go and this cold was real convenient for her. It is what it is. So Kyle and Teddy arrive, you know, Teddy's surprised, blah, blah, blah. Erica arrives in this pink hair that she did in Tokyo. She's dressed very odd for a baby shower. Now, Rinna proposes a toast for Erica on her Chicago role, and it starts next week and she leaves to New York. She also mentions that, you know, this was a role that, you know, I loved. And I'm not sure if everyone's reactions was edited, you know, because Rinna is bringing up that she also played Erica's role in Chicago. But, you know, it's not lost on Garcelle, and she sort of announces at the table in kind of like a backhanded compliment way that she's like, oh yeah, I've known you for 20 years, Lisa, but yeah, it just always seems like you bring up your role in Chicago every time Erica does, the Steal Her Thunder or something, and it just comes off really awkward and strange. I'm not sure if it's the editing. It's just like, where did that come from? And why is it like being like announced? It just seems a little inappropriate. But Rinna says, well, I'm sorry for you that you think that. I was like, oh! And Garcelle just like, well, you have to say it like that. And then they're discussing this whole like, how can I explain this? They're doing it in a real nice, nasty type talking. And then the conversation really doesn't go anywhere. It's just like, you know, on the verge of being catty. But then after it ended, Sutton's like, okay, well, I have to go. And Garcelle has to go too. So Rinna gets up to hug Garcelle. And Garcelle tells her, I love you, but that was a pretty shitty thing you said to me at the table. And then Rinna goes like, aw, well, I hope we're still friends. That was weird too. So it looks like this baby shower is over with, but you know, Kim gets a call from Brandy saying she's in the area and can she still come? I'm like, why didn't Brandy just come earlier? I really didn't get that. It just all seems so manipulated by production. So now that Sutton and Garcelle is left, we're just left with the core 5 mean girls. And it just seems like when it's the 5 of them, that's all they have to talk about is Denise. And of course it comes up. So Dorit tells the ladies that, yeah, she FaceTimed me and said she had a cold. And all the ladies are rolling their eyes and they're calling bullshit on that. And they're talking about Brandy and if it's true or not. And you know, we have Kyle piping up that she was saying, I've never known Brandy to be a liar. Wow. Wow. And you know why I'm saying wow is because, okay, Kyle, if that's the case, then you're a terrible sister. According to Brandy, your sister Kim, she actually did crystal meth in the bathroom. And Mauricio cheated on you. So which is it? So she's not to be trusted when it comes to you? Or, you know, she's trustworthy, you know, and every other factor. That really annoyed me when Kyle did that. Like, Kyle, just say you don't like Denise. I'd rather just hear that. So Brandy finally arrives, and the shit look like it's over, and they're just chilling at the table right now. So they're talking, and Dorit basically talks to Brandy about being controversial and truthworthy, telling the truth. And of course, this leads into talk about Denise. So they told her that, yeah, we talked about you in Italy. It was a complete disaster. And they're asking more questions to Brandy about it. And Brandy's looking uncomfortable. And she's uncomfortable because there's other people at the table. So out of respect for Denise, they asked Teddy's friends at Teddy's baby shower to leave the table and let them talk about Denise in peace. I was just like, wow, okay. So Brandy's giving exact details of what occurred between her and Denise, and the other ladies are kind of just like taking this info in and comparing it to what Denise told them in Italy. Now, again, my thing is like, why are we talking about the sex stuff, whether it's real or not? Like, the ladies should only be concerned about if Denise was talking behind her back. Like, this just seems just so mean girl to me. It just really does. Now, why does Erica have her head down like that? Like, oh, goodness, this is just too much. Goodness, oh my God. Like, who is this? And Dorit, bless her heart, she's playing prosecutor right now, and her role right now is to be the only person who believes Denise. She don't even care about Denise. That's why Denise blocked her ass. So yeah, Dorit is like grilling Brandy because she's saying, I still believe Denise. So Brandy says she has the text messages to prove what she's saying, and it's being passed around the table in mean girl fashion. Now look, it's not that I don't believe Brandy, because I actually do think Brandy's telling the truth. It's just the way this shit was revealed, and it just shows Brandy's desperation to be back on the show. Like, just blurting some crude shit out about somebody after you just saw them at a party and them thinking that you're cool. I don't know, it just the way this shit was revealed just really didn't sit right with me. And honestly, Brandy, I think people would think she's more credible if she wasn't a hot fucking mess. I think that's the reason why we just think she's a liar, because she's a hot fucking mess. Like, if Kaya told me the sky was blue, I would just have to check outside to make sure she was telling the truth. That's just my little analogy for that. Anywho, Teddy is being annoying again. I wish her pregnant ass shut the fuck up and leave her own party. She's like that one person in the classroom who thinks they're like a know-it-all and know everything. Like, just gets on my fucking nerves. So Dorit is still acting her ass off, pretending that she's in Denise's corner by grilling Brandy. It's like, I believe Denise. I believe Denise. And then this is just to get Brandy riled up. And it does. And then Brandy shouts, I sucked her fucking pussy. Oh, goodness. I hope I'm not demonetized for that phrase. But yeah, Brandy yells this at the table, and we get these stupid reactions from the other ladies like they haven't heard worse. Ugh, it's annoying. Like, everyone at the table's clutching their pearls. Now, Rinna, as Denise's friend, asked to see the text messages that Brandy's showing. And it looks like Rinna is swayed by what Brandy is saying, by the text messages. And the text messages basically prove that Denise and Brandy were not fucking per se, but it proves that they had some type of relationship. And they would text a lot. There were pages and pages of it. But yeah, Lisa Rinna's telling Brandy, like, you guys really need to talk this out, because now we're all involved in this, whether we like it or not. And that's where that scene ends. So the next day we see Erica preparing to leave for New York for Chicago. Fast forward. And now we're at Kyle's house and Rinna is just visiting her. And of course they're talking about the events that happened the other night with the baby shower. Rinna definitely believes Brandy. She doesn't know what to believe. She wants to be in Denise's corner, but she thinks Denise is lying to her. And now she's thinking that Denise is this manipulator like LVP was. And she's basically telling Kyle that she feels duped. And that's pretty much where the episode ends. Now, next week is the finale. Like, what? Now, according to a rumor I heard that they cut episodes for whatever reason. If y'all know anything about this, please let me know in the comments, because I'm confused. I thought there was at least maybe 4 more episodes left. And I gotta say, I still don't like Brandy. I used to think that she was good for the show, but now I just think she's desperate. I think she is annoying. And even if she is telling the truth, I don't care. But yeah, the reunion was recorded already. Lisa Rinna said it was bullshit. Hopefully she's wrong, because I really want this season to end on a good note. But just thinking back, like, at past seasons of Beverly Hills, like, the seasons are good, but the reunions are trash. So it's crazy that it's the inverted for Atlanta. Like, the season is trash, but the reunion is good. Anywho, like, comment, and subscribe. I will try to get this video out as soon as possible. And yeah, I will be coming up with I May Destroy You. And I'm going to do a tall order as well. Now, I've been thinking of doing Lovecraft Country. Y'all let me know in the comments if y'all want me to do it. The thing is, it's an hour-long episode. And I'm just not sure. It might be a long episode for me because I love talking about everything, especially with these shows that I like. But yeah, I did like the first episode of Lovecraft Country, so I'm thinking about it. Anywho, let me end this video because I'm rambling now. Okay, bye.